It's a brand new month, and I'm ready to dig back into my faith planner. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I'm going to work on setting up my faith planner for the month of August. But before I do that, I want to talk a little bit about the phrase getting behind in your faith planner, because that is certainly something that I have thought of through this crazy, busy, hectic summer. So when I faith plan, it's kind of built on part of my morning routine. I get up every morning, I make coffee, and then I come downstairs and I do a devotional study that I'm working on throughout the year that is reading the Bible through the year. And then I sit down and take a little while to go through my illustrated faith devotionals. Now, during the summer, that routine has gotten all thrown off. We've been on vacation. The kids' schedules have been different. Things have just been a little bit crazy. Now, the thing that I kept my priority was reading through the Bible in a year, and I have been able to keep up with that. But my devotionals have kind of been put by the wayside, and I felt this heaviness, this like guilt that I had not gotten through the devotionals, and that it just wasn't good. I wasn't keeping up. But here's the thing. God's timing is always perfect. So while I may not have been able to read through all of summer in the Psalms for June and July, it turns out that August is also having us camp out in the Psalms just a bit more. So my plan is to play a little bit of catch up to begin working through summer in the Psalms, part 1 and part 2, and then transition into still, hopefully by the end of the month. I don't ever want anyone to feel like they are behind, or for anyone to feel pressure or guilt when it comes to studying your devotionals. This is supposed to be a wonderful spirit-filled time in the Word. And if you're doing it out of obligation just to get it done within the month, then you might not get as much out of it as you had hoped. So that being said, I wanted to be honest with you all that I am, quote, a little bit behind on my devotionals, and that's okay. I am going to just start right where I am, because that's where God is always ready to meet you. All right, let's set up. All right, like I said, I am using the kit still from Illustrated Faith. I am setting it up for the month of August, but I'm giving myself permission to work through somewhere in the Psalms. So if I finish this in August, that is fantastic. If it bleeds into September, that is okay as well. I'll just continue chugging along and going at the pace that seems right for me. And I just always want to reassure you all that there is no right or wrong way to do your faith planning, to time your faith planning. It's about kind of sitting in that moment and reading those words and moving as fast as you feel led to do. All right, so I'm starting out by decorating the divider. This is always a really fun element of getting set up for the month. These are white cardstock dividers. They're nice heavy cardstock, and I sell them in my shop over at ScrappyWife.com. I love having these basic white dividers because I very much enjoy decorating them myself. I don't have to worry about if a divider that is in a particular planner goes with or clashes with the kit that I'm doing. I can set up the divider just like I want. And this time around, I grabbed some washi tape from my stash to cover this divider front and back. This is a fabulous use of washi tape. I actually also ordered washi tape from Illustrated Faith this month. If you haven't gone to check out washi tapes over at Illustrated Faith, you are missing out. They have some of the most beautiful washi tape that is so versatile. Yes, Illustrated Faith is a faith-based company, and of course they sell these devotionals, which I absolutely love, but some of the products that they sell you can use in other aspects of your life as well. And I promise the washi tapes you'll be able to use in your everyday planning, in your journaling, all kinds of different ways. Card making, they're just beautiful and thoughtfully designed washi tapes that I love. So I'm sure you will be seeing those washi tapes make an appearance on my channel soon because I ordered some really beautiful butterfly ones and I'm pretty excited about it. You can see I'm working my way up the divider. When I get to the tabbed section, I am just trying to keep it as vertical as possible. I will cut around the tab after I'm all done, after I lay it out. One great thing about washi tape is it's slightly forgiving. So if you put it down in the wrong place, you can lift it up very carefully and reposition it, which I absolutely love. We're going to continue with this pattern. I love the colors in this kit. The kit is called Still, and these colors give you such a calm feeling. Of course, blue is a calm color anyway, but like the peaches and the yellows, it's just a beautifully put together kit. I can't wait to read it. I do want to finish Summer in the Psalms, or even just dive into Summer in the Psalms a little bit more, so that I can really soak in all that God had for me to learn this summer. Where life got in my way, I'm ready to dig in August so that I can get a little boost, a little refresh. All right, we're going to work all the way up to the divider. The washi tape also helps add a little extra sturdiness. These are a really strong cardstock, so I'm not really worried about the sturdiness, but the washi tape always is nice to add just that little bit of extra. Once it's all in place, then I'm just going to use my scissors to trim around both the top section because it had a piece that was hanging over, and then I'm going to trim around the tabbed section as well. Once that is all done, I do need to repunch. I opted to use my Happy Planner punch in order to repunch this divider with the holes, just so that everything would match up really nicely. The Happy Planner punch works. It doesn't punch through many things. It does okay with stickers. It can get stuck, meaning some of the punch holes get stuck down. So I actually don't even have a bottom on mine, just so that I can make sure if I need to pop out some of those metal pieces that it'll work. But today it worked really nicely. See, I don't even have a bottom. All the little pieces just fall out. It's like I have a special little confetti on my floor of all of these mushroom shaped hole punches. All right, I do want to put something on the front of this just so I know specifically which devotional this is. We're going to do Be Still and Know That I Am God. Perfection. And then I'm going to grab my Mojo Jojo Date It Basics sticker book to add August to the tabs. And then the divider is done, and I'm ready to set up my notes pages. The pages that I use for notes for this devotional are my Faith Notes series. Again, this is available over in my shop in multiple sizes. I'm using the grande size here, which is sized for a classic Happy Planner. And I love these note pages. Instead of just open pages with lines, this gives me a little bit of structure to follow. I have a place to write out scripture, vocabulary, key points or main points, and then questions that come up, which I love. And then the backs of these pages do give me the lined space to either take further notes, to add prayers, anything like that. So I like the structure. I like that it gives me a little room for journaling, a little room for decorating. And then if I feel so led, I can go back and Bible journal. This is primarily my note-taking space. Some people prefer to take notes directly in the devotional. Some people prefer to take notes in their Bible. Some people prefer to take notes on, like I said, standard lined paper in a notebook, and all of those ways work. For me, the structure of these pages just helps me kind of sort through as I'm reading. I kind of am able to categorize some of the information that I'm getting from the devotional, and then kind of fit it into the different boxes here. And that just helps me study in a more efficient way. Recently, or through Summer in the Psalms, I decorated these pages mostly on the left edge, right where the holes are. I would have kind of an explosion of ephemera and stickers over there that kind of bled over to the right, but still allowed lots of room for writing. I wanted to do something different, and so I had these big pieces: faith, love, hope, and pray. I knew I wanted them as a centerpiece, so we put them right in the middle. Yes, that takes up some writing room. So then it was my challenge to make sure I'm maintaining as much note-taking room as possible. So I decided to start creating almost these vertical lines. Instead of doing a vertical line on the left edge, we're going to do a vertical line here in the middle. I know with the faith one, I have the butterflies in a different place, but let's move those. This is when I was like, oh, I could change this up. We could go vertical, and this could have a totally different feel. I love decorating all of the pages of the month together because now they're going to have a cohesive look. It kind of has a pattern or a formula to how each page is put together. And that just brings it all into a similar realm for a specific study. That's certainly not required. You could have each page be its own independent thing. You could take the notes and then decorate, whatever works for you. I very much enjoy sitting down and getting the decorating done so that as I'm able to study, then it's already done. It's like one hurdle that is passed. So I don't have any barriers between me and studying besides just the normal life things that become barriers at times between you and your daily or weekly study. Now you might be wondering where I'm getting all of these stickers. When you purchase the kit, the physical kit, you actually get files for the digital ephemera. That is what these are. I used them in my Cricut to create stickers that I can easily use on my pages. You can also purchase the digital version of this separate from the physical kit. So maybe you are overseas and you're wanting to give this a try. You can buy the digital version over on the Illustrated Faith Print and Pray shop, and then also use these to make stickers. I printed them out on white sticker paper. The sticker paper is my favorite. It is from onlinelabels.com. It is their weatherproof matte inkjet sticker paper, full sheets. It is a nice, strong sticker paper. It is a bright white. The colors are very crisp when printed on it. The sticker paper you use matters. If you use cheap sticker paper, your printed images won't be as crisp and beautiful. It doesn't really matter what printer you have. The paper goes a long way into making it look a certain way. All right, so I was happy with the clusters on the front. Now let's take a moment to start decorating the back. And again, I'm going to follow a formula of sorts. We're going to pull out the same washi tape. I think it is so beautiful, this thick kind of ruler washi. That will go at the bottom of each page. Then we will do a cluster of 2 pieces here at the bottom. Love the big verse right there. Let me just trim off this section. That's the beginning of the formula, still lots of lines for writing. So I'm going to continue that on a couple of the other pages. And then I discovered that there are these label stickers or these label pieces of ephemera. I love me a label, and we're going to organize those at the top of the page. That will give me a chance to either date it, to write the name of that week's devotional, whatever the case is. It gives me a little label section there on the top. So again, same formula, 2 elements here at the bottom. That's when I'm like, oh, there is totally some labels, and I can bring in the bird, and this is going to be a whole thing. I love how it all comes together, bits and pieces from other stickers that I cut off. And ta-da! Now you can see. So we're going to have cluster at the bottom left, cluster at the top right. When you come up with a formula that you kind of like, it just makes the decorating go so easy. In real time, without being sped up, decorating these 4 pages took me 30 minutes, including the divider. That's pretty fantastic. Sometimes it takes me over an hour to get all the pages decorated in my faith journal. So when I'm able to streamline, especially during busy summer months, I am a big fan of it, and I'm still enjoying the supplies. Playing with the supplies gets me extra excited to dive into the devotional. It kind of sets the tone. It gets everything ready. And so when my full devotional kit arrives in the mail, as I'm working through Summer in the Psalms, I will be ready to go as soon as I pull this one out. Sometimes I get a little worried as a content creator doing a formula like this or following a simple plan like this, because I always feel like, oh, I should be doing something, revolutionary or innovative. But I want to encourage all of you that you don't have to be reinventing the wheel every time. I always try to show up really authentically over here and show you ways to do things that allow you to have fun with your creativity, but not be overwhelmed. I think I've heard that word so much recently, people being overwhelmed with all of the ways that you could work through devotional, all of the different products that they think that they need in order to start faith planning or Bible journaling. Don't be overwhelmed. Start simple, start easy, and just start tapping into that creativity. You're going to have days or weeks or months where you feel that creativity overflowing and you want to do all the things. You're going to want to pull out all the mixed media and use all of the different supplies and do something new each and every day. And then you're going to have times where just kind of scratching that creative itch, spending just a few moments playing with stickers or washi tape will kind of inspire you. So you go in swings, and it's okay to follow a kind of simple formula for putting together pages in your planner, in your Bible journal, whatever the case may be. All right, the last step for these pages is to go ahead and punch these holes at the bottom that got covered up with washi tape. Once those are done, then I will be able to pop these into my faith planner and I'll be ready to study. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I will link the supplies that I used down in the description box below, including a link to Illustrated Faith. Remember, they have a physical side of their shop and then a digital side of their shop, so check which one you are shopping. I want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. Thank you all so much for all of your continued support. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.